Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and in today's video, we're going to be looking into what's next for you in career, really focusing in on any major energetic shifts or changes that may be coming your way. Getting into our disclaimers, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so some of the messages in your selected reading may resonate quite specifically and accurately to you and your situation, while others of the messages might not. So if something doesn't feel like it fits your situation, or if the reading starts to feel confusing, don't try to force the messages to fit if they just don't apply to you. Take what resonates and release anything that doesn't. And if you all did want to book a personal reading, any details on how you can book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get into our reading selection. So in just a moment, I'm going to have you all go ahead and select the crystal or the pile of cards that you feel the most intuitively connected to. For pile number 1, we'll be working with some Pyrite. For pile 2, we'll be working with Malachite. And then for pile 3, we'll be working with blue Aventurine. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your career and any major energetic shifts coming your way. Go ahead and select the crystal or the group of cards that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you there. Hey group 1, if you guys were drawn to the Pyrite crystal, this is going to be your reading. So today we're taking a look at what's next in your career, really focusing in on any major energetic shifts or changes that are coming your way. So let's go ahead and get started with the overall energies. So for you, we start off with solar calm. We have innovation. We also have locked. All right. So just starting off with kind of like the overall energy, pile 1, what I see here so far, I do feel like this next period of time in your career is more so going to be a time of calmness. I do think that there are some of you out there who might be hoping for a little bit more change or progress, or maybe there's some sort of action that you've been wanting to take, or maybe some sort of result that you've been looking to see in your career. But I kind of see the opposite of that happening in this next particular phase. Solar calm, the key word on this card is clarify, as you all may be able to see, right? So this is a time where things are meant to be kind of smooth sailing, kind of relaxing. There's not really a lot that I see that's going to be going on for you, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because this is kind of about tuning out the noise so that you can get more clear on what the next step should be. I see here with innovation, this says you will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas. So this period of calm is bringing you the opportunity to get innovative about your plans, right? Or get innovative about a new strategy that you may need to be putting forth in your career. It's an opportunity for you to be creative. And so when we have a bunch of chaos going on around us, or a bunch of instability going on around us, sometimes it can be a lot more difficult to kind of see clearly what it is that we need to do. So it's almost like I see you all reassessing or reevaluating something in your career through this period of calmness. We also have locked. Work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temp position while awaiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. So like, again, this kind of aligns with what I was saying about something that you guys are wanting. It's not happening yet. Whatever action you were hoping to take, or whatever opportunity you were hoping to get traction on, it doesn't seem like it's happening for you yet. But there is something about this period of time that's continuing to be constant and stable for you. So even if you guys are like in a current job where you don't really love what you do, or it's just kind of something you're tolerating to kind of get through the day to day, I feel like Spirit is saying that that's okay. Better things are coming, right? Now is more so the time to get clear on the approach with the innovation card coming up, okay? So let's continue. Group 1, what else do you need to know? What's next? Tell us more, Spirit. What are the next kind of big energetic shifts coming through for Group 1? I feel like a lot of my Group 1 viewers might be interested in like running their own business, their own company, working for themselves, or just strategizing on like what the next move would be. Yeah, look, 7 of Pentacles, exactly. We'll pull one more. Reevaluation. 9 of Wands, okay. So let's see. King of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Yeah, with the 7 of Pentacles, that's exactly what I was getting with this innovation card. It's like, this is a time where you guys are really like giving something a second look or reevaluating or reassessing your goals or what direction that you want to take. And with the King of Wands, I definitely feel that this group is coming into a time where you're feeling really driven and motivated, and maybe you have a lot of experience in a particular field or industry that you're looking to get into or transition into or further your career in, right? But this King of Wands is kind of the opposite of this energy of the clarify. And I'm picking up on this like a little bit of a struggle for you guys in terms of maybe like being able to lean back and just reevaluate things, because I think you guys have a lot of confident sort of like pent up energy and you're wanting to just act and you're wanting to just do. But Spirit is saying right now is the time to reassess and reevaluate the progress that you've made thus far before we jump in and start to take the action, right? We also have the 9 of Wands coming through. So I think, again, there's like this fatigued energy that I'm getting from you guys, like something where you've been working really hard to get to where you want to go. And with the 9 of Wands, it's like we're not quite there yet, right? It's still an ongoing battle. It still requires us to persevere through. We're not quite at the end of the tunnel just yet. There's still a little bit more work that needs to be done, right? Maybe you guys are close to getting a promotion or close to kind of closing out a chapter, and it's just taking a little bit more time to get you there. But I feel like through giving this a second look and kind of tuning out the noise, because there's a lot of noise with these wands here. Tuning out the noise, I think, is going to help you guys to see more clearly what the best path forward may be for you. So let's continue. Group number 1. What else does group 1 need to know about what's next for them in career? Tell us more about this energy, please, Spirit. I feel like you guys are very creative, though, with that King of Wands. Like, you need to channel this creative energy into this innovation, right? Of kind of reimagining what you're doing here. We have the Angel of Love. This is about you all doing what you love, fulfilling your purpose. We have Journey. Maybe there's moving or relocation or travel coming up. We also have Caring Connections here at the bottom of the deck. So working with other people, maybe working with a partner or spouse, business partner. At the bottom of the tarot deck, we have the Queen of Cups, which talks about finding your purpose, content in life, money not being everything, right? But with the Angel of Love, this makes a lot of sense with that Queen of Cups, because I feel like this group is really like, there's something with work, with you all wanting to do what you love or striving to do what you love, striving to be able to do something you feel very connected to at the heart level, but also very passionate about with this King of Wands, right? So I feel like Spirit is wanting you to know that you're almost there with the 9 of Wands. It just requires some tweaks and some readjustments here. Reassessing it, maybe even just reassessing your goals too, right? Because something is being blocked at this particular moment in time for a reason, so that you can kind of go back and comb everything over to make sure that it's where it needs to be. We have Journey, right? So this is telling me, number 1, I think Spirit wants you to know that this is a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You got to keep going. There's perseverance needed here. One foot in front of the other, one step at a time, one day at a time. But I think for a lot of you, this journey could also be signifying like moving or traveling being connected to your work as well, or just embarking on kind of a new path, right? This card kind of reminds me of the Fool energy in the tarot, which is all about kind of taking a leap of faith into new beginnings. So there's definitely some sort of new beginning and a closing out of a chapter that this group is moving forward with at some point in time in the future. At least that's your goal, it seems to be. What else for pile 1, please, Spirit? What else do they need to know about this energy that's coming up for them in career? Distant horizons. Yeah, like I was saying, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. This is more about thinking very long term, group 1, versus short term gratification, because that's what this distant horizon is about. Also has a connection to traveling too, so there's an interesting synchronicity there for some of you. But like this is talking about like being able to hold a temporary position that's stable and offers you job security while you're planning for what you want to really be doing, you know? And the distant horizons is saying like think long-term goals, long-term stability. It's also, I think, confirming that there may be a little bit more time that's needed here before you may see the specific result that you're looking for. Okay. What else for group 1? We have bad health coming up. Yeah. So there's something about it that's like not working right now. When I see bad health in the context of a career with the 7 of Pentacles, it's making me think that there's something about the current circumstances, the current goals, the current plans that might not be working for you or performing to standard. Some of you guys could also be dealing with personal matters with regard to your health at this time too. So it's like having a more calm, stable environment seems like a good thing for that. Like mental health stuff as well. We also have the false person coming up. That's kind of interesting. To me, this is about you guys being strategic, because for this group, I just keep getting the sense that like you are making plans for yourself, right? It's kind of like an energy of, I don't know. I just feel like for my pile 1 viewers, I feel like a lot of you work like a regular 9 to 5, but behind the scenes, you're working on your own thing. And you're not really telling anyone about this at your 9 to 5 because it wouldn't be in your highest good to do so necessarily. So I feel like the false person kind of represents your energy in this reading, because it's like, to me, it's needed, right? Or at least from your perspective, it's needed in order to like protect yourself. But maybe for others of you, there could be a situation here where like this talks about protecting your assets, right? And we have it right next to the false person. So I think a lot of you guys too, during this time, you might be like putting protections in place for your business assets or your personal assets or something like that to protect against forces that are not in your highest good. Does that make sense? Let's continue with a few more to close us out. Closing messages for pile 1. What's next in career? We have new opportunity. So something new coming up for you all. It's exciting. And we also have under the radar. Yeah, exactly. With that false person, that's what I feel this is more about for you, group 1. It's more about you doing your own thing under the radar. There's something new that you're working on here with the 7 of Pentacles. It's like something you're reassessing. It's a new opportunity to kind of revamp something here. And yeah, it's like not everybody's going to know about it, you know, because you're going undercover. You're not necessarily telling everyone or showing everyone what you're doing. And I think a lot of times this can be a good thing, right? Because sometimes when we have the opinions of other people clouding, it's like that solar calm that we got, right? That the opinions of other people, especially if some of you have like a King of Wands type person around you who's very like opinionated, or someone who's very confident or has a lot of feedback that you're not asking for. Like some of that stuff can actually hinder progress at times, right? So it can be good to kind of do things on our own, to like tune out any of that commentary that could be distracting us. So this is what I see for you, Group 1. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Please let me know what has resonated from this reading. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you'll be updated when I post the next video, and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey Group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you all were drawn to the little Malachite teardrop, this will be your message. So today we're looking into what's next in your career, really kind of focusing in on more major energetic shifts or changes coming through for you at this time. So overall energy, we have the message of Libra coming through. We have shedding. Okay. We also have harmony. Wow. Well, this is interesting. It seems like balance is really important to you in this next kind of phase, this next energetic shift that's coming through, group number 2. Some of you guys, I feel, could be putting into practice some better work-life balance or just balance practices in general. Because when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing someone here who's like in meditation, getting sunlight in the morning, and it's talking about having a quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. This says working at home or for yourself is best. So I feel like a lot of you, this next shift is about you kind of shedding an old skin, right? Outgrowing your current work situation and moving into a space of working for yourself or working from home or working in a more harmonious and kind of zen sort of environment. It says you're starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and medicine. So some of you, those fields could be specific to this message. Working in healing, medicine. I see yoga as being a thing for some of you as well. Some alternative form of healing that's not like the conventional like Western medicine. I see that for some of you as well. With Libra, we also have like the legal field, or maybe even like, I'm thinking like beauty for some of you could be significant as well. But the whole point of this is to bring things into balance, right? Like something about your current situation that you all are outgrowing or growing away from, it's no longer a fit, right? It's about shedding a skin that you've outgrown, so it doesn't fit you anymore. And the way to bring balance and harmony in to work and career at this point is to really set those goals to get you into a place where you can grow and thrive. Okay, so let's continue, group 2. I'm excited for you already. I'm wondering, we'll see, but Libra, I'm wondering if there could also be for some of you a contract being signed here as well. And look, as I am shuffling, we have judgment, so that makes sense. Some of you all could have some sort of profession in the legal field. All right, group 2. What's next in career for group 2, please, Spirit? We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Magician. And we have the Ace of Swords coming through as well. Yeah. See, I feel like right now there's an undertone of you guys being in like a toxic workplace. Or, like this, when I say the words toxic workplace, this doesn't necessarily have to mean you're literally like in the pits of hell at work, like in this card as depicted. Now, some of you could be literally in a very toxic workplace where it's really difficult. But toxic workplace, in my experience, also talks about when our values are not aligned with the place that we work, right? Like, for example, it could be something as minimal as like you want to work from home, but your company makes you go into the office, right? That's an example of a toxic work dynamic because your values and the company values are not aligned, okay? So there's like an undertone of you like becoming aware of some of the areas that you're not compatible with whatever your current situation is and making strides to kind of break free of this. I feel with this Magician card coming up, it's like there's an energy of manifestation here for you. And I feel for a lot of you with the Knight of Pentacles, you've already been putting in some sort of work into this shift, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles, it's a very like kind of slow, methodical, dedicated sort of energy where we're making very practical, diligent progress and steps toward whatever our goal is. And so I do feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, you guys may not be completely where you want to be yet. You're not quite at the King of Pentacles, but you're making very steady progress here. Hence why there's this energy of you shedding the old, because it's like you're almost ready to shift into wherever you're trying to shift. And the Magician is saying that your desires are within reach. Okay, like you have the skills and abilities to manifest and call this energy in with continued dedication and focus. We also have the Ace of Swords. So again, I don't know why, but I keep feeling like for this group, something about this realization is new for you. Like something about this realization is new for you because the Ace of Swords is kind of like this aha moment. It's a light bulb moment where it's like, oh, I'm seeing this a little bit differently, or I'm thinking a little bit differently than I thought in the past. Like there's definitely something about you changing and your thoughts changing. And these thoughts are creating things, hence the manifestation energy that we have here. Okay. So you guys could be thinking about work a lot differently than you have in the past, hence why you're shedding the skin. So let's continue. Group number 2. What else do they need to know, Spirit, about their career this time and the shifts that are coming through for them? I feel like this group also, like, I'm really drawn to where it says intellectual stimulation. Like, I feel like with the Libra energy and that Ace of Swords, there's something about like using your intellect and your mind with the work that you do. Again, like legal stuff could be really significant to this group. Wow, this came up in pile 1. That's amazing. So we have the Angel of Love. Similar themes, different, but similar. Let's see. We also have Deceit. This is so interesting because, again, there are some mirrored energies here with these groups. So for pile 2, it's like we also have Rest and Rejuvenation here at the bottom of the deck. So there's like this energy of you guys like pulling back your energy a little bit in terms of like the current situation, because it's important for you to more so be focusing in on what you really want to be doing. And with the Angel of Love coming up here, this is about you having an opportunity to do the type of work that you love. Now, traditionally in the guidebook, I believe this card actually talks about like romantic love opportunities. So maybe there is something about romantic partnership that's significant to your career at this time. Libra could also signify like marriage energy, like a marriage contract. But I feel like for the majority of you, we're doing this as a career reading, not a love reading. And so I interpret this as you working to do work that you love doing. And with this card, Deceit, coming up, this is about you doing it for you, being self-serving in it, right? I feel like there are a lot of people out there that are watching this video, pile 1 and pile 2, where the theme is kind of similar, where there's this energy of you guys really wanting to break free of current existing work situations that don't align with your principles and your values. So for this group, whether it's you trying to manifest a new job that's more aligned with your values or wanting to break free and work for yourself, you're realizing like in order for you to do this, you may have to kind of go under the radar, right? You may have to build your connections or work with your network here in order to do what you want to do. And we also have this energy of Page of Wands here, which is about creative projects, right? So there's definitely a theme that I see for you, group 2, of like with that Deceit card, it's really just about you making your plans behind the scenes and not telling anyone at work about it. You know what I mean? So let's continue, group 2. What else? It's really interesting too because like I'm starting to feel really energized as I'm tapping into the energy of your reading, group 2. So something about your goals is very energizing to you. something about this idea, this way of thinking about things differently is very energizing to you in a good way. We have distant horizons coming up. I feel like if you guys were drawn to group 1 as well, you should watch that video, because literally that card also came up in group 1's video. And you see that I'm shuffling the decks. So it's like just interesting. Oop. Group 2. What's next in career, please, for group 2, Spirit? We have Journey coming through. Lots of very similar, but in different decks. Yeah. And then we have Bad Health as well. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I would definitely, pile 2, watch group 1's reading if you were drawn to that, because there may be some additional messages there for you. The readings are not exactly the same, but there are similar themes coursing through them. So distant horizons with Journey is making me feel like you guys could be moving or relocating or wanting to move somewhere really far away for whatever your new job opportunity is, or whatever that is, the lifestyle that you guys are wanting to live with regard to your career. Is distant horizons is very long distance travel, like overseas, but it can also signify our long-term goals, right? And you guys, I think, have already been working toward these goals coming into this message, right? I don't think that this is like a new maybe it's a new realization that you're outgrowing your current space, but I feel like you guys have always been building something on the side behind the scenes, with the Knight of Pentacles being here, right? And so again, there's just this energy of you continuing to focus on long term, this goal of being able to do what you love for work. And this may involve you traveling, moving somewhere, relocation. It may just involve traveling for work in general. Like for some reason, maybe some of you guys are moving somewhere tropical or working somewhere that's really zen and tropical. Maybe doing travel stuff for work as well. But you're having this realization here that something about your current circumstances, I feel like it's negatively impacting your mental health or your energy levels, group 2. Because there just seems to be this need to like zen out. We have that here with Harmony. We have it here with the Rest and Rejuvenation card. There's some indications that where you're working could be stressful for some of you guys, right? So I feel like you're realizing, oh, I've been feeling this way because of where I work right now. And I need to be continuing to make progress toward breaking free of this. Okay. So let's continue group 2. What else do you guys need to know? We have massive changes. Yes. This is huge. I really feel like whatever you guys are planning to do, whatever you're moving forward with in your career, it's huge, because I think it does involve some sort of long distance commute or travel for you. Like almost where your whole life is going to be different if you follow through with it. We have new job. Yes. This is amazing, group number 2. So yeah, there's definitely maybe this new opportunity that's coming through with the Ace of Swords is something that's very intellectually stimulating to you. Something that makes you feel a little bit more excited and engaged in your work. And I do think with that Deceit card that, you know, you're getting this opportunity on the low, right? Like it's not something that you're super out in the open that you're looking, or that it's, you know, it may just come to you without you even looking for it. I feel for some of you, like it's coming out of the shadows. But yeah, this looks like a really, really powerful change, group 2. Please comment below. Let me know which aspects of this reading resonated the best with you and what's been going on in your career. And if you're not already, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the bell so that you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you there. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your career reading. So today we're looking into what's next for you in career, really focusing in on any major energetic shifts or changes that are coming through for you. You all selected the blue Aventurine crystal. So let's go ahead and just jump right in with your overall energies here. So we start off here with the message of Chiron. We have wisdom. Ooh, we also have trapped. Okay. So, group 3, I do feel like what's next for you in career in terms of like big shifts that are coming through. I think that there's some opportunity here for you all to maybe like step up and share your expertise and your wisdom in some way. Okay. Now, Chiron being here is really interesting because Chiron is talking about healing, right? So I feel like there's some sort of trigger or some sort of lesson or some sort of like, I don't want to say weakness, but there's some sort of like something that you all have struggled with in the past that you have experience in navigating. And I feel like with this wisdom energy, you're going to have the opportunity here to share your learnings with others, right? So you're called to serve as a mentor for someone or as a role model and guide who can show the way. Use your wisdom and experience, right? So you're being leveraged in some way to support someone else or maybe a group of people, depending on what it is, through a situation that might be difficult or triggering that you've already navigated, right? So you know this energy, you've experienced this energy. It doesn't mean that it's any less painful for you, but you have the expertise needed to navigate. We also have the message of trapped. This says you feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. So I think that there is an energy of feeling like wherever you're currently at, maybe you're feeling like, okay, I have been in this place past its expiration date here, and you're ready to branch out. Some of you guys could also be working in the medical field as well with Chiron being here. I'm getting that for some of you. The good thing is that it doesn't look like you're necessarily losing a job based on what I see here or getting like laid off. I don't see that specifically with this energy. It's almost like a sense that you guys want out, but you feel like for whatever reason you're stuck where you are, or that you're capped with the growth that you can move forward with at this current place of work. And so there's an energy here of needing to maybe start looking or considering branching out and looking at other options. Okay. So let's continue, group 3. What else? Big energetic shifts coming through for you in career. What else for group 3, please, Spirit? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, okay. The Queen of Pentacles. The Magician. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So what I'm kind of feeling is like, I do feel that there's some sort of cycle that's repeating here with the Wheel of Fortune, or some sort of like destined change that's coming through. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I don't know why, but I'm kind of getting the sense that this group, it's more like external circumstances that are impacting you in your role, okay? Because at the bottom of the deck with the 10 of Wands is making me feel like there's a lot of work that you're dealing with here. And some of you guys with this Strength card, you're being asked to step into like a leadership role, right? Like Queen of Pentacles is a leader as well, to help with navigating a phase that might be a little bit unclear. So I feel like for some of you, it's possible like maybe like your team is getting laid off or changing or realigned, or maybe your manager is getting laid off and being, or moved around. Like there's some sort of change that's coming up here where like it's going to be impacting your surroundings and potentially like putting more work on you. But you're called to kind of help navigate the change and step into like a leader type of role. The Queen of Pentacles is saying you guys are going to be like pretty busy. Like you're going to have a lot of work on your plate. I would tell you though, like with this card coming up, in my experience, it's not necessarily negative, right? Like this is somebody who is managing their tasks. They're able to do it. They feel confident in it. And it's kind of like, I see your days going by a lot quicker because you're going to have full days of things that you need to do and things that you'll be responsible for. But again, it's like there's still this sense of you guys maybe wanting more or wanting out or wanting something different than these unique circumstances. So with the Magician being here, this is showing up because Spirit is saying like, you have the skills and abilities to get out of it if you want. This is law of attraction energy. This is manifestation energy. So while you're currently dealing with this at work, the Magician is about you putting yourself out there and showing the universe what you want that's different, right? If you continue to just stay in the same situation and continue to be like, I'm stuck, I can't leave, or whatever it is, that's going to be what's mirrored back to you. But let's say you start applying for jobs or scheduling networking calls outside of work, showing the universe little signs and actions. It's like, okay, this is what I would rather be doing. Even if it's just taking one action a day to start and then building up to 2 actions a day or whatever it is for you. This is basically saying like your desires are within reach here. So you're only as stuck as you kind of mentally think you are. There's like a way out is what I feel. I also think though that with the Magician and the Queen of Pentacles, you guys will be doing a lot of work that is growing your skills and abilities as well, which is a great thing. So it's almost like you're getting some sort of really beneficial experience through this Wheel of Fortune event that's going on. All right, so group 3. Tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit. What's next in career for group 3? We have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Let's see. Ooh, we have Deceit again. This is so interesting because this card has come up in every pile in different decks, as has this card with the Angel of Love, which is all about doing work that you love. Okay, so very interesting. It seems like the collective that's watching, there are some kind of similar themes. Your reading is the most different from piles 1 and 2, but there are some similar themes sprinkled in here. So 5th chakra is talking about communication, the throat chakra here being highlighted. So I definitely feel during this time, like, again, with wisdom, you are communicating, you're talking through, there's healing energy here, right? Like healing through conversation, healing through communication. Some of you guys might have a role as well where communication skills are really important, where you're like talking a lot, or maybe you're training or presenting content, something along those lines, creating content with you talking, acting, something like that. So your communication skills, but also your listening skills are being highlighted as being very significant during this time. We also have the message of deceit here. So I'm reading it a little differently in your group 3, because in this instance, I kind of feel what this is talking about is something that you don't really see coming with the Wheel of Fortune. You know, this feels like it's connected to something that's going on behind the scenes that's going to be impacting your workload. Like whatever this, like, I don't know if it's like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know if it's a company layoff or something going on that's impacting your work that you don't see coming, or that maybe even your peers and colleagues didn't necessarily see coming. That's kind of the energy I get. Something in the shadows is coming into the light. That's all you need to know. So let's see. What else for group 3, please, Spirit? Big energetic shifts coming through in career, please, for my pile 3 viewers. We have Lovers coming up. Okay. We have Sudden Wealth coming up. Wow. Okay. And we have Occupation. Okay. We also have the Mature Woman at the bottom of the deck. So somebody that fits this description could be coming through for some sort of like opportunity for you to do something you love, group 3. So I see something here as well with the Magician. trapped, deceit, and occupation that I want to touch on. Because I do feel for some of you, my pile 3 viewers, there's something about you this is kind of similar to how I interpreted the deceit energy for piles 1 and 2. It's almost like this energy of you guys looking for a new opportunity behind the scenes, right? And even though it might feel deceptive because you're not telling your current work about like what you're doing or why you're doing it, you're doing it for your own benefit, because with occupation being here, this is about you manifesting the opportunity to do what you love doing, right? Occupation talks about like doing skills that bring you joy, creative skills, doing work that doesn't feel like work. And there's something about you guys getting a huge coin with whatever this is. With sudden wealth, this is like one of the best cards in the entire Kippur deck that you can get for money. I want to read it to you. It feels like it's connected to some sort of like business connection that you would have, or a partnership as well. So, you know, I'm almost even seeing this Wheel of Fortune a little bit differently too, group 3, because do you guys notice the synchronicity of gambling here with the slot machine and the roulette table? I feel like you guys might be shooting your shot with some opportunity and striking gold with it, or vice versa. Like some opportunity is coming to you out of chance from a connection, and you're striking gold with it in terms of like the wealth that it's bringing to you. But I do think that there's going to be an element of this. It's a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work. Maybe this is like a startup or something that's new that's being built, but it's connected to something you love doing that brings you a lot of excitement. So this card shows us a slot machine with all 7s. It's your lucky number. Gold coins spill onto the casino table. This card can mean the lost check that shows up, a monetary gift, a larger than anticipated tax refund, a bingo win. If this card is close to a significator, it means a large sum. But if with the false person, your luck could turn sour and result in a loss. And watch out for that thief card, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. It can also mean many, much, or more. This says you can feel safe now. Sudden wealth announces success, affluence, gain, or profit in your job. It also shows a secure partnership with the lovers being here. You can draw on unlimited sources at the moment, but avoid being wasteful or boastful. This is money you don't have to work for, such as lottery winnings, a bonus, found money, or an inheritance. Let's see. Okay, so you guys get the point. Like, there's something very fortunate that you're coming upon here with career as it pertains to your money. And with the Chiron energy being here, there could be an element of it connected to some of those other themes like inheritances or getting a check for some wrongdoing that's been done to you in the past. I don't know, but let's see. Let's continue with a few more cards, group 3. It just feels like you guys are on a really lucky path with your career here. And I kind of feel for you guys that I was kind of picking up on a couple different scenarios here. It kind of shifted to something else toward the end, but let's see. Tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit. What's next in career? What are these major shifts coming up for group 3? We have drive results. So this is something that, yeah, like with that 10 of Wands, it's like there's a lot of work that goes into this. Let's see. We have networking coming through. We also have investment here. So there could be an opportunity for you guys to grow like your investment portfolio through this opportunity as well. You know, there are a lot of different types of benefits that companies can offer if this is working for a company that could be quite lucrative. But yeah, it feels like this is coming through your networking efforts, you guys. And something about this, it's about you driving results. So they're with the Queen of Pentacles, like there will be goals and responsibilities and maybe KPIs or certain things that you have to do. I could even see for some of you, this could be like a sales type role as well, where you earn commissions or something like that, because it's very lucrative. So yeah, group 3, this is like very interesting. So please comment below and let me know what you're planning in your career and how you feel like this may resonate with that. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I'll see you there. Bye.